disconnected. Like every time we message, I really thought you meant it. You took it all and now there's nothing left. Took it all and now there's nothing left. Took it all and now there's nothing Took it all and now there's nothing Took it all and now there's nothing left. I can feel the distance when I look at you, you miss it. Who are you with when you're with me? Who's on your mind? 'Cause not me. I was addicted, wanting things that the dreams that never existed. We made a road to miss it, burn this bridge and now there's nothing left. Took it all and now there's something Took it all and now there's nothing left. You're too codependent. You hate all of my friends. Don't know how to fix it, but losing you's like taking my last breath. We're so disconnected. Like every time we message, I really thought you meant it. Took it all and now there's something. Took it all and now there's something. Took it all and now there's nothing left. I can feel the distance when I look at you, you miss it. Who are you with when you're with me? Who's on your mind? 'Cause not me. I was addicted, wanting things that the dreams that never existed. We made a road to miss it, burn this bridge and now there's nothing left. Took it all and now there's something. Took it all and now there's nothing left.
Feel the music, free your body, free your mind, explore your future.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's matchup between PowerFinesse and Lag. My name's Quantum Deathcat. I'm here with Bonneman. How are you doing, my friend?
I am fantastic, buddy. How's everything with you?
I'm doing well. After our brief stint at Fragadelphia, honestly,
yeah.
I've come back. I've repaired my voice. It's no longer croaky. Done a couple casts. Otherwise, we were supposed to cast together Monday before that big update hit.
Yeah, what an update. It's been a couple patches after that too, so it's like as you would expect, you get the initial and then everything else that kind of bulk comes after.
Honestly, I kind of like the update, the animations part anyway. I think obviously they broke some stuff. All right, it's Valve. They always break stuff, right? But honestly, it is great. It is great. Give me a moment. Here we go.
Mike. There you go.
How's that? Perfect.
There we go.
All
We're back.
right.
We're so back.
We're back with the actual proper mic, not the mic that's up there that's like 2 feet away from my face.
That's good. How do you like these teams though, Quantum? Like, what are you thinking between PowerFinesse and Life's a Game?
Well, Life's a Game's a pretty good team. Obviously, they brought just at Fragadelphia, right? They played Marsborn twice, and they brought them to the brink twice. Obviously, they lost both times, but they played really good against teams like Marsborn, right? A Marsborn team that was so close to beating NRG as well. So you put all that together, Lag could have maybe even beaten NRG at Frag. All things considered, they didn't look that great at Frag. So yes and no on the side of NRG. Lag could have taken advantage of that. I think Lag's a really solid team in that sense. And PowerFinesse, I mean, they're a team that is always a force to be reckoned with in Advanced League. Made it to a couple playoffs in the past, right? And for other teams I've cast for, it's always been trouble to play against PowerFinesse. They're never easy to put down. So they've been around for many, many seasons in Advanced. They've never made it to ECL, but hey, crazier stuff has happened.
Maybe if Tsunamis in ECL, PowerFinesse can be right.
Right. Same for Lag though, right? Lag has been in and out of ECL for a couple seasons now, right? So now they're coming in, they're trying to get back in, and their goal is
with the new roster.
New roster, yes. This is the
this
Regain
is-
roster, right? If I recall, not Regain, sorry.
No, not Regain. Definitely not on that one.
I
This is technically your old Fluffy Aimers core from back in the day would be this roster. So
Vagrants, sorry, Vagrants.
Yep. This would be your Vagrants roster. Fluffy Aimers and Vagrants as you kind of move along. Recent addition to Wolfie, Mr. Kyle, to that squad. So the one thing I will say that roster was always kind of lacking was a big entry guy. We're gonna see it today, especially if we happen to get like Nuke, for instance, that Wolfie may not let go of the W key.
Ooh, well, it's not going to be Nuke, but we are told that it is going to be one of the longest maps. Honestly, this is a map where you're not going to see anything below 1 minute, right? Like, if you're going to have more than a minute left on the clock when the bomb goes down, it's going to be impressive. It is overpass, of course. Utility heavy, very entry requirement, right? Heavy requirement on the entry here.
Wolfie's dropping 20, baby. Let's go.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, there's nothing to tell really both teams apart here. It really depends who practiced better and who's more comfortable on the map at the end of the day.
Well, it's been out for 3 weeks.
Yep.
So it's like, how much practice could they really have done at this point? I mean, the first professional match really that was casted was actually, I think, Marsborn and Chicken Coop at Frag 19, which I did. But there was actually a lot of videos and studying that was done on that map, and then with M80 and Kalese in the final. So a lot of information actually was gained from those two teams playing Overpass. So maybe these teams watched that. I don't know.
Who knows? I honestly, probably Lag did, right? Because
Lag probably got a lot of information, but you know, Maestro and those guys, especially, I love Tyler, dude. Mr. T19. I don't know if he'll go back and watch this, but man's a personality. He is a vibe. But yeah, I mean the whole crew there. I mean, Fearless Beetle, I think, is around like the Knoxville area, so maybe we'll get to see Beetle at Frag Knox. Would be kind of cool. But yeah, like all these guys are Fragadelphia through and through, which is great to see. And it's also why I was like, wait, there's like, we got to find a caster. Hey, I'll jump in. It's Frag teams. Let's go.
Oh, speaking of Frag Knox, you're going to be there, I assume, right? You're not necessarily nearby, but you're.
Nah, I'm picking up production on the way.
Are you?
There as well? Yeah, he's literally on the way. So
literally on the way. Okay.
Literally on the way.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of in the way. I am literally as far away from Tennessee as you can be on the
way
East
out
Coast.
of the way, my friend.
Yeah. I'm from Montreal, right? So I am. The only further away
what
I
is
could
your
be
weather
is if I was
today?
Quebec. 30 degrees Celsius, which is 86 Fahrenheit.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, it is. I'm dying. Actually, in my room right now, it's
I'm
86
dying,
Fahrenheit.
brother. It was 110 heat index today.
Yeah, but it's 86 in my room, right? You probably have AC. I don't.
In your room?
Yeah, because AC doesn't exist here. Well, I don't anyway.
Like it does, but
It does, but like, who has AC in Canada, man? We have heating, and we have buildings built to keep heat in.
yeah.
So guess what happens when it's 30 degrees outside? And
I mean,
we
there's
have-
areas in Texas that don't have heaters and they only have AC, so it's the same there as it is in Canada, just the opposite, for that portion. But
I mean, to be fair, like a tiny snowfall and all the schools are closed, and that's what happens in Texas. Over here, I mean, we get 10 feet of snow every year, so
oh yeah,
we're used to it, right? Like a foot of snowfall overnight, go to school, kid. Right? Walk
but
through it.
who you taking in this one, Quantum? Who you got? You a PowerFinesse fanboy, or are you gonna hop onto Life's a Game?
Man, I love Life's the Game. I love the players that are on it. PowerFinesse, though, like I said, they're very hard to put down. Who can I compare them to? I'll compare them to like VP in Tier 1, right? Like, they are so difficult to put away for like not really a specific reason. They're just difficult to put away. You're always going to have a tight game against them, whether you win or you lose, right? Like, they'll never blow you out of the water, but they'll never get blown out of the water either. I think this will be 13-10 for lag.
That close, huh?
I think that close, yeah. I'll stick to my guns there.
I
13-10 lag.
I love the PowerFinesse guys. Love them to death. This is a 13-5 through and through.
13-5.
It's going to be a little bit of a stomp, is what I'm calling.
Here's the thing, right? It's overpass. Both teams, like you said, how much practice can you get in 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So for me, 3 weeks, they're both probably equal in terms of like map knowledge, if not maybe a bit towards Lag's side. The firepower is probably on Lag's side as well. To me, it's not going to be that much of a disaster for PowerFinesse.
I hope it's not. Just, let me preface that. I hope it's not, right? But, PowerFinesse, they are 2-0 to start the season as well. So a little different start there, like the addition of Tyler to the team. I think he's going to provide a lot of energy to the team. He's definite. He's like you in the crowd at Frag, but on a team.
For those who don't know, I was Mr. Pit Viper over at Fragadelphia. I was the one screaming very loudly over at Fragadelphia. I was having a lot of fun. My voice was destroyed though. So
we were wondering how that was going to end up for you.
Oh, I mean, it was fun, right? Like, even on Sunday, I mean, I was the loudest person in the crowd despite having a strained voice. My voice was done after Friday. I should have stopped screaming on Saturday, and I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't, honestly.
I gotcha. I guess they're redoing the server. This
Again?
is interesting.
Yeah. I mean, this has happened a couple times now for Face It. Almost every game I've seen recently that I've had to cast, we've had to reset the server over and over again. And it seems like we also got a new update for the game, like recently, like in the last 20 to 30 minutes. Oh, 3 minutes ago.
Oh, no.
So maybe...
Oh, God.
Yeah, but even if it's a small one, it could completely be disastrous here, right? Because people still need to load them in. And if they have internet like I do, right? Like I got 30 megabit internet, right? That still takes like 10 minutes. And the server needs to be updated. There's a lot to do. A lot to do.
Yeah, this is a first update that's actually affected the core of like how the game actually operates. So that last update that they pushed on Monday, not only did it affect like the game and how it's played, it also affected the core system, the source engine that it was actually built on as well. So from a development standpoint, from a server standpoint, there's a lot more that went into this. Like, this is the last big update that's been pushed through since like Left Hand.
Yeah, I would agree
with that. And that was
that.
in April of 24 that was pushed. So, yeah, like there's not been a major core update to the game in a while.
Well, speaking of major update. Only 2 lines for today's update. Fix the case where weapons, including drop bombs, would appear in the wrong location again.
Oh,
They had to
thank God.
fix this again because
Let's see if
people
they
would
actually
drop
fix
weapons and bombs and they would appear outside the map. I just played Eura today and I dropped an M4 for a teammate and it was off the cliff. I don't know how. It just went off the cliff.
There was a clip. It might have been like NATO Safix or somebody had posted it, and they were running around on Nuke, and they didn't have the bomb, and they were trying to find the last CT. It was a two Ts versus 1 CT with like 10 seconds left, and they were running through trying to find the CT because they didn't have the bomb near them. The bomb actually, you can see it move across the map, and actually gets onto the T player, and they almost plant it before the round ends. But unfortunately, they ran out with like a half second. Yeah.
No way. That's dumb.
Yeah, the bomb literally teleported to the T, but they still didn't plant it in time, unfortunately.
And then weapons can be fired immediately after redeploy if reloading was canceled before adding ammo. So essentially, instead of having to wait after shoot, like you cancel the reload animation, you could just shoot immediately once you redeploy the weapon.
Well, that's an interesting gameplay tactic. So sometimes people will fake a reload, especially behind a smoke. So the fact that you're able to instantly shoot, I don't know about that, but sure, we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully these players also read those patch notes because that's actually a gameplay mechanic. So hopefully someone's watching or read up on it.
Honestly, with Overpass, especially like towards the B site, you could definitely do this. You could definitely force someone to just peek you into connector, right? Or outside of just belong and just be like, hey, I'm going to reload real quick. Oh, no, it's a fake. Pow, hey.
Yeah.
Bye.
Just fake it instantly, start tapping, mouse 1 and see if it works for you. Looks like they did reinitialize the server again, so we'll see. We'll see when you see, guys.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I don't get any special permission, right? I don't get to see anything special behind the scenes. All I get to see is the face.
We're not facing employees.
Nah.
Well,
Honestly,
it sounds like you don't want to be a face employee right now anyway.
Not right now. Not in the immediate next 5 minutes, no.
No. Especially if you're against cheaters.
Ooh, no. Sadly, I had to cast a game like that yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was in, what is it, Open 910? And that was fun. That was fun.
Was there someone cheating in Open 910?
Yeah. And it was like a 40 bomb in a...
Oh, hell yeah.
In a 20 round game.
Yeah, if you're gonna go for it, you might as well like yeet it and let it rip. Like
he Nikadazed harder than Nikadaz did at the major against Complexity. So yeah, no, he was playing that good.
Well, in the words of Lag, life's a game.
Great. Life is a game, and you should treat it that way. Stop cheating.
Sometimes your opponent's just having a really good day.
Sometimes they have gaming chairs. You've got a great gaming chair behind you, right?
I do. I have an Anthros.
So, see, you got a great gaming chair. I just got a granny chair that looks like this, all right? This is my gaming chair. That's all I got. No gaming chair for me.
On my end, unfortunately, my gaming chair does not transmit into skill within the server. So I'm trying to overcompensate, basically, and say, like, it's because I don't have a good chair that I suck, or because my computer's old. I don't know what else I can replace at this point, okay? Like
you probably have a top of the line computer at this point. Like
I have a 9800 X3D with a 5090.
With okay. You really have top of the line.
With a 5090 Anthros chair, Sony 480 hertz OLED monitor. Like I got a Vaxi SE mouse. Like I don't have a reason now to really blame anything than me just sucking at Counter-Strike and just being old.
I can't do the same thing because I've got top of the line from last gen, right? I have 7800 X3D and I got 7900 XTX. It's like I've got a beast of a computer myself. It's just AMD.
7800 X3D is still one of my favorite processors, released in the last generations, because it's going to be around for a little bit because now it's so cheap.
Hey, listen, it's $100 cheaper now than the 98. So you might as well
no
go
more
78.
than that.
It's more than that.
More than
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Because right now it's about as cheap as when I bought it. Right, I bought it before it spiked back up when the 9800 X3D came out.
Yeah.
I bought mine at 489 Canadian, which translates to around like 350 American, about I
Yeah.
think something like that.
a
It
boot?
was at its
A
lowest
boot?
point.
Yeah.
A boot.
Eh?
Eh? Eh?
Eh? Sorry.
Sorila.
Sorry.
Anyway, I bought this last year and I was really happy with it. Came out great in my opinion for the price that I paid for it, and most of the parts just went up in price or just stayed the same. So,
Yeah, well,
honestly,
the other
like
part is,
you
like-
could rebuild this computer for the same price today as I did last year.
Yeah, because no, like chip prices have went up since that chip was actually made, so it actually made that pricing stay about the same on that chip. So, funny enough, your chip is just as valuable today as it was when you bought it. Which, when you look at, same thing if you bought a car, right? As soon as you drive it off the lot, you lose value. Well, technically,
You lose
when you bought it,
30%
you
of your
lost
value immediately.
Right, but like for some reason with your chip, it actually went up instead of getting devalued, or never really actually lost. Would be what happened there. So we'll
Honestly,
see.
I
think
could have
players
resold
are-
my computer after buying it and made a solid profit.
Yeah,
Like,
oh
I
yeah,
could have
during
made
the
a
chip
really solid
shortage.
profit.
Yeah, because you probably built that in what, 20 or 19?
No, I built that last year. Like I built that in April of 2024.
Oh, it's okay. So yeah, so you bought the X3D when before the 98.
When it-
that was
when it
right
was
the
at its
9800 was
cheapest.
coming out.
Right,
Yeah, when its cheapest
at its
point, yeah.
cheapest, just before 98 came out, and then
Yeah.
the chip shortage hit, and it went up like to like $100 to $150, I think, around.
Yeah.
So it was really went up. And even the GPUs went up, right? So I could have sold this
Tell me
whole
about it.
I could have sold this whole rig for like $4,000 Canadian, right? And I only bought it for $3K. I could have made a steal off of this, and then
Sold
not
my
play video
slingshots
games.
for my GPU.
To be fair, how much did you pay for it? I'm guessing like 2.5K.
Yeah, American.
Yeah. I don't like the sound of that. Ooh,
Yeah.
that hurts because that's more than what I paid for the entire computer that I got here, you know?
Oh yeah.
And 2.5K American is a lot of money, you know? That's a lot of moolah. And that hurts. That hurts to hear that something's that expensive. Then again, right? I'm sure someone out there it has like the need to buy the new Threadripper that came out today.
Oh yeah,
right?
I saw the LTT video on that.
And yeah, that Threadripper, how much does it cost? 13 grand? Something like that? 12 grand, 13 grand
Yeah.
for the top of the line. So
That, and they tested it's not even good for gaming at all.
nope. It's not
It
made
sucks.
for gaming. It's not made
Right,
for
it's not
gaming.
made for gaming, but even with that many cores and that clock speed, it still doesn't mean crap.
Nope. Well, it's because
is
it
good
has
for
that
us.
many cores, but it has a lower boost clock, right? It has a lower gigahertz, all that.
No,
So-
it's actually comparable in everything. It just does not have the actual like gaming engine in it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was lower in clock speeds because of the amount of cores.
Yay! Are we actually getting the game? Yay! Woohoo! You get to
Let's
hear us
hope that
stop
it's
yapping. But yeah, so I mean, I'm looking forward to the lag roster. Not only can see what they can do like in advanced, but like in the VRS rankings, because
Well,
they
yeah,
definitely
'cause-
have a shot to pull away the 6, 7, or 8 team and be top 8 NA.
Yes. Yes, they definitely could. They could do what where Might was at the start of the MRQ, right? Earlier.
And Mike's
earlier
kind of
this
fallen
year.
off.
Might has kind of fallen off, but they've gotten Melio, not Melio, sorry, Beanox in their ranks as their new opper. And honestly, listen, ex-Homino guy, I've got to glaze my own French-Canadian brethren, right? The guy's good. Guy was the best player on our team,
I
all
think
right?
he is good. I just don't think like that roster needs another move.
I don't think
it
it's
needs
an
one
opper
more.
move, though. Maybe.
No, like I think he's a fine opera. I think he'll fit the roster well, but that roster needs one more move.
One more? Okay,
You're not gonna solve it by switching out the op. The op was never the problem on Mike.
good point.
You could just tell the op was never the problem on Mike. So there's something else wrong. So
All right,
it
Mr.
needs to be
Armchair
another
GM,
move.
who would you replace then?
Oh, I don't say that.
I
I
tried
know
my
who
shot. I tried my shot.
I would replace, but I will not make that known.
All right.
You
I
can just
tried. Listen, I tried.
you can see people and how they play kind of individualistically on a team, and you can see that in the demos. You can see who's kind of like, it's one thing like if you're an entry player, right? It's another thing if you're entering without the team. Like that's very easy to read. I'm not saying that that's the issue, but you can definitely tell like there's a player that's kind of lost in the sauce a little bit in more recent times.
Right now, Lag is 24th in the VRS for the Americas, right behind Bestia, right? And the NA teams ahead of them are really solid, right? Getting info and Blue Jays. It's going to be very difficult for them to like get past those two teams, in my opinion. And then you've got Marsborn as the next best, right? So as long as they like keep Chicken Coop and Supernova Comets behind them, they'll be good.
There we go. Are we getting into the game, Prawn? Are we getting into the game?
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not fun.
Good old Go TV issues. I love it so much.
Good old Face It. Well, I blame Face It anyway, just because I feel like it's their fault, even though it isn't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's the one thing the Face It got, the game servers up and running. We don't know, from a production or observing side, how much stuff is still truly broken, and we won't until
Oh, look at this. This is the pistol round. And already, Lag has planted the bomb, and they're in a 1v4. And that's beautiful for Life's a Game. Win the opening pistol round.
Yeah, obviously we didn't get to see much of it, of course, but on Overpass, that early T side victory tends to lend to a long A hit. So very rarely you'll see teams, because they do have full weaponry, against the CTs. And the fact now with the recent economy change that the CTs only get $50 a kill for player. They only got one kill in that one. So likely that would be something as well that would kind of lend your hand towards an A hit here for Life's a Game. So hopefully that's what we see, and hopefully I don't sound like an idiot.
Well, you won't sound like an idiot if we can't see the game, right?
That's true. It's true. It's very true.
So, thank you, Face It, for all these issues that we're having. Let's blame Face It for everything, right?
No, you don't have to blame Face It. You would blame Valve at that point for
blame
their
the
game.
one Valve dev that's making all these updates, because it's his fault, right?
Yeah,
or her fault.
Totally, his or her
their
fault.
fault.
Yep. I don't know, man. Well, from what we've seen so far, which was like
from the 3
clicks.
kills that we got to see from the 5 seconds of pistol round.
Realistically, Life's a Game should take that round, and then because the CTs did full save on round 2, round 3 is up in the air. So
right,
just imagine that like round 3 is just out there.
Just imagine that it's 2-0 right now for
it should
Lag,
be 2-0. I don't know, but it should be 2-0.
It should be, and if it isn't, it is the round of the century, because
we missed
winning on Overpass
shit
with an eco is practically impossible, right? Like, out of every map you want to think of to win on an eco with, what's like, because of the long rotates, right? The moment you see an eco stack on one site, you just go to the other site, and there's nothing you can do as the eco team, right?
There's a lot of long engagement angles on Overpass, so it's like one of those maps where it's, if you have like an SMG, for instance, you're going to force your way into water on B, or you're going to force your way in the bathroom or con. Like, exactly where the SMG player is going to be. They're not going to be at flower pots at long A. They're not going to be generally playing the long monster angle towards toxic. Like, they're just not going to play those angles.
Well, they're already pushed up into B, and look at that. Exalt finds 1-2, nearly a third. But 1419 gets taken down thanks to Brett. And now they're looking to plant the bomb, but they're expecting it to come from Khan. That flash, sadly, just won't be it right away. And if he repeats into this, he will find his demise. Oh, he gets spotted, but the information goes both ways. And that is the bomb, I'm assuming, that got spotted on his back. And as he looks around, he gets invaded from every single space. And Mason, now up in heaven, cannot protect his teammate. Too little, too late. Bomb's on the ground, and he needs to fight this. Jumps down. Falls down from heaven. As he plays Ring Around the Rosie around this pillar, he will find his demise and go straight down to hell.
I don't know about
Hey, he
straight
fell
down
from
to
heaven.
hell.
Hey,
did
he
fall
fell from heaven, man.
He
All right?
did. He did. You win. Obviously, I don't like to play where he jumps straight down because he did lose HP for that. Typically people will wall ride on their way down, but yeah, kind of unfortunate. He was able to find their first kill, and then immediately that sounds to the CTs that they can reposition and move about the map as they please, and that's exactly what they did. So I do like all this new CT molly, the new CT utility that I'm going to throw here.
Very nice. That's a nice trade by Oreo. Maestro will take him down. 3-on-3 now. Health advantage for the T's. Maestro, though, he'll play around this smoke into the bathrooms. He'll get taken down by Mason. And all the other players are on the B site. This A site completely undefended. And do they even go for this? They will slowly, it seems.
Yeah, I don't know how much effort they're going to put into it. Doesn't look like there's a kit on any of the CT players here. Smoke there in towards Dumpster. Molotov behind it as well. So good utility usage here from Mason. He's been studying up. So love to see it. But yeah, realistically, if the bomb goes down here and they don't get a plant, hopefully they don't try to play in front of it, or maybe they try and play the boost. But not going to be able to see each other here. Yeah, that's going to spell the end of that. Yeah, that's going to spell the end of that. And that's a save for Tyler. Hopefully he doesn't go for this one, but we're not going to be able to put too much around this rifle anyway. So if you give it over to the side here, would be the worst, and that's what we're going to get. So Life's a Game picking up round number 3. Sandman and Mason both sitting at 5-1 so far.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, we didn't get to see Sandman with those 5 kills, but I'm assuming those happened earlier on during the pistol round that we barely got to see. In those 2 rounds that we didn't get to see. Full save here on the side of PowerFinesse. They'll buy a couple smokes and a couple flash. We'll see if that'll help them any.
That's an A hit. They're going to pop in here from Fountain, and that's the utility usage is going to show. Yeah, that's definitely, they're going to play around Fountain. They're going to wait for the smoke. They're going to double flash in, and they're not going to find anything at all. It's because it's just Mason.
Oh, Mason only goes down with 1. That's rough for him. He gives over an AK. They'll love that on the side of the CTs. Now, Aurora. Great damage. Great kill. He gets another dink onto Brett. That USP doing wonders. Oh my goodness. And now suddenly, these CTs, they're looking for trouble. They're all in connector. And Tyler takes down Brett. 2-on-2. I mean, he could pick up that gun. And this could be very doable. Obviously, they could save and get these guns into the next round, but no kit. This gets a bit difficult. They are going to go for this. They're going to try and find Oreo and Sandman. Sandman gets traded out. Oreo will finish off the round. You'll pick up the AK 4-1 for lag.
Yeah, looking pretty interesting there through the mid-round, but lag able to secure that one. Yikes.
That is a yikes. Losing 4 players to a full eco. That, like I said, this is the hardest map to win on an eco with. This was a full eco. They didn't buy a thing other than a couple nades.
That's what we like to call the NACS special. When we like to choke on the eco round. See, like I mentioned this earlier, the new kind of utility usage here, you used to be able to see incendiary going to T steps. Most teams are electing not to throw that, and they're throwing the incendiary into playground to essentially force that T to push into steps, which then gives visibility over the T side. But Mason with an early entry on the Beetle. That is fantastic there. A little bit of a tag going on to Aurora. But Mason's already pushed up here. He's going to get a ton of information. He's actually going to steal that over to Aurora. The missed shot. Oh, no. Mason with 2, and that's going to spell the end here for PowerFinesse unless Maestro can go huge, and he will not. 3K for Mason on for the ace with 1 HP.
It's going to go for it, though. That's
yeah, you got to go for it.
You got to go for it? That's the NA special as well, isn't it? To go for it ace with only 1 HP. Oh, Exalt. He'll take down Sandmine. At least he'll be able to save. No one's going to go hunt after him, it seems like. Unless Oreo wants to. I think he's just securing the flank here. And meanwhile, Tyler, he's going to have to hide away. He's going to have to jump down from heaven into hell, into water. And Oreo will walk away. Not grab that fight. And Tyler will be able to survive. Exalt will throw away utility? Ah, he picked up on Molotov, that's why.
Yeah, he wanted to pick up the T-Molly. So actually, that'll be good, especially if we can toss over to the player. They can actually lock the T's out of step now in Playground.
Yes, because the incendiary grenade can't do that anymore, right? That's the big
Correct,
change to
cannot.
overpass.
Yep, but it does spread faster, so it does actually work to lock out the T from entering into Playground because it does spread quicker when it is placed now. So that fix actually does help that. To be honest, if they didn't make that change, if you even still threw the same incendiary back, before the change, it would have been still garbage. They would have pushed absolutely through it. It would have been a waste.
Let's see with this boost up. Oh, it gets spotted by Wolfie. Maestro will go down without anything but a bit of info. And here comes Fearless Beetle. We haven't spoken about his name too much in this game. We won't speak more of him in this round. He goes down. 5-on-3 now, and with nothing but an AK on Exalt. In a 1-on-4. He needs the ace clutch. He won't even get the first. So 6-1 now for Life's a Game. And that's impressive on the T side, actually.
Yeah, already at least securing themselves a tie going into the second half already for Lag. So good start to the game for them, especially on the T side. And they've been able, in a majority of the rounds, they've been winning here as well. They've put away a majority of the CTs, which is great for them and not allowing them to secure a lot of kills. But there was that weird eco round, which is why they're getting a full buy in this round when they killed 4 Ts with USPs.
Yep. That did help a lot. Thing is, though, right, is that they're playing so fast on the side of Lag as well. Normally, you don't expect this many fights this early on into a round. Aurora, nearly dead. 17 points of health. 1 bullet through that smoke would have done it. And look at this, following through. Aurora's dead, but Fearless Beetle able to trade out Mason. Flash onto Sandman. He somehow still gets the kill onto Beetle. Advantage for Beetle. Doesn't matter in the end. Sandman gets Maestro as well behind the boxes. And that should be it. This should be a save here from Tyler again. Then again, you don't want to get Braziled here. This would be rough to go down 7-1 so early. But man, what do you want to do? You're up against 4 guns. And they're already here waiting for you down on the B site. Well, at least one of them is. But Exalted, Tyler, they're looking to go for this? Crazy idea. Here they come. PowerFinesse guy gets shot down. Tyler on for the 1v3, but won't even get the second. So, Life's a Game, 7-1. They are Braziling PowerFinesse.
They're looking confident. Like, this is, Lag went up against a pretty tough competition on LAN with going up teams like NRG and everybody that was there in attendance. So, I don't know. It's tough. I feel like Lag have definitely, for the start to their season, obviously both these teams have winning records. They're both undefeated going into this, but I think Lag has had more of a recent test that has kind of prepared them for this matchup today. True
that. To be fair, PowerFinesse, like I said, they've been staples of ESEA Advanced League, but Lag has been a staple of ECL, right? So it is a team that's been in and out. Obviously, this is the ex-Vagrant squad, right? Like you said, Fluffy Aimers. They've been around the block, right? The fact that these guys are in Advanced League is not as shocking as other teams, like, let's say, Mythic, right? But it's still weird to see them down here and not in an ECL.
Honestly, Mythic and ECL, they still finish bottom anyway, so at least put them in advance where they can win some matches.
True. That is very true. Sandman takes down Aurora this early on, and man advantage already for Lag, but they don't know that Fearless Beetle is also inside of these bathrooms. Mason will take down Maestro. He just wasn't expecting it. Blindsided here is Wolfie. Fearless Beetle, though, his surprise is over. And he gets found immediately. Again, 2v4. And I guess they're going to try and go for this again immediately. Tyler gets absolutely domed on. And Mason, I mean, he's going to be happy with getting another 2K in this round. He's up to 12 kills.
Yeah, this is not looking great so far, and the buy is not going to be great either because they're not really finding any kills in recent times on the CT side. So that extra $50 per kill spread across the team would pay them dividends if they were able to find anything. But the fact that they can't really do anything means we're going to get maybe a pistol armor buy, and that's about all she wrote. But they're going to have to play some of these tighter angles. But I don't know. Maybe with some upgraded pistols, a little different story in that eco round this time for them.
Perhaps. To be fair, not only can't they find kills, they can't find saves either, right? They've just been unable to save their weapons as Exalt gets taken down and the B site completely opened up, can openered to the max. And Mason will hear Tyler pushes up into connector, and Fearless Beetle, who finds two with his deagle up into heaven. That's huge. He gets flanked on by Sandman. And they know now where this last player is. They're gonna go right into him, and that's a great deagle shot, but Wolfie will take him down. And this is easy. This is lights out for, like, listen, I thought PowerFinesse had a little bit more oomph to them. But so far, this CT side has been nothing but flaccid.
Yeah, it's the T side on Overpass is incredibly streaky, and it really is showing right now. But this is the round that PowerFinesse have to have, because this is the one that essentially you're going to do a full reset. It's not going to matter for lag. They're going to be able to buy out the remainder of the half anyway through next round. But realistically, if you're PowerFinesse, you cannot let them go 11-1. You want this to end at a 9-3. So you've got to have this round, and they have full rifles for it finally.
And they even have the op on Aurora. This is only the second time Exalt. He should have had those kills, but immediately gets flashed. He somehow survives on 3 HP for how much longer? Will that be the case? Brett peeks out into Maestro. He will lose that battle over at the Monster. And so, this is now bomb in the hands of PowerFinesse. Let's see how long that's going to last, though. Because he could get naded here. They could expect him to be in this position. 4-on-3, though. Lai got a big disadvantage health-wise, especially on Mason. Exalt also pretty low, but everyone else pretty healthy. And Aurora trained on this monster position. Wolfie pushes in. He's a dead man. And if he goes for it, they might double swing into it. Oh no, he just slowly walks into it. Crab walking will not get you that win there, my guy. And so, Oreo on for the 1v3. He knows where two of the players are. They can't find any single one of them. Down he goes. PowerFinesse get a second.
Hey, that's what you got to have, right? You don't want this in an 11-1. Definite potential here for it to be a 9-3 as well. So they are going to get the op is going to be out, and it looks like it should be. Yeah, it looks like Aurora is going to be taking that one, so that's very good to see. Potential where they could have actually forced another op in this round, but they elected not to. A double CT op on Overpass is definitely not unheard of, and I do see the potential for it to kind of become a mainstay again. I look forward to it.
I do as well. Pull by from both sides. Up on Aurora again. He needs to build up some confidence here. Not too many kills all half long as Fearless Beetle fearlessly takes a bullet to the face. Aurora, easy kill for him. Build up that confidence, build up that kill stack. That'll be good for him. Tyler, how did he get that kill? He just lazily cleared that and realized a little too late. Stared at his opponent. And still gets that kill. I think they just both brain farted at that moment. Oreo will spot out the player towards the site, but that's information for Beetle as well to know that there's someone up that close. Unexpectedly, Oreo goes down, and the boosted player, well, Mason will at least get him in a 2v5. Now, 1-on-4. He needs the ace clutch. And as this smoke's about to dissipate... Oh, he gets spotted out immediately. They all know where he is. They're all going to converge on his position. No need to peek here for Aurora, but he does anyway. He gets the kill. Third round for PowerFinesse, and that is crucial for their game plan if they want to get more than your prediction of 5.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, 5 is still feasible in this one. It just depends on how fast Lag try to close this one out. But I mean, great start to the first half for Lag. Obviously, the guys are well prepared for the map. You wouldn't expect anything less out of them, especially like I've actually been on a cast with Brett on the couch as well. It was at Chicago. Brett is very aware of every single player that plays in Advanced and ECL and actively anti-strats against them, just how they individually play. So he's just a knower. Man loves information, loves research. But I tell you what, Wolfie loves some headshots, my friend. 2 quick kills, already going to put PowerFinesse onto a 3v5. And yeah, already Lag starting off the second half the way they did the first.
You said you loved this edition, and I can see why. Wolfie is absolutely have been a stone and a rock for this team. And Wolfie and Sandman will get together, full house, this PowerFinesse team on the pistol. Do you force into this or do you save if you're the T side? You didn't plant the bomb, but at the same time, can you really allow Lag to get up to 11-3?
Well, if you look at the economy, right, and how everything is kind of built for that round, right? So if they don't force in that round, they won't have another round to play on potentially with a rifle. So, or they will only get 1 and no chance of 2. They'll get 1 rifle round at some point, but there's more of a chance for them to get a second rifle round, just for the potential for that to run to 13. So, I don't know. I'm not opposed to the force. Right. The only problem is that they don't really have a lot of. Right, yeah, they don't have a lot of utility to put behind it, so they are buying rifles. You see here for everybody but Oreo, but yeah, gonna be tough, of course. If they don't win it, essentially you're looking at the last. You're gonna be looking when Life's a Game's gone beyond map point at 12. If they're not able to secure this one before you get any sort of a final challenge here out of PowerFinesse.
So either you force now, and if you lose, you play for OT. Or you save now and you hope to win in regulation by winning 10 in a row. That's a tough ask. And right now, they at least got 1 kill, but they're going to need more than just 1 to win a round. They're going to need 5, and 3 of their own have fallen. Tyler has almost fallen himself. Aurora continues to be an absolute trooper with that Tech 9. He's going to get peeked into, though. What? What? Sure, buddy. Get that kill. You know what? Congratulations.
You deserve it.
You deserve it.
You deserve that kill.
Tyler was went around the Rosie. Was expected after not being spotted out towards Monster, and that will be that for round number 14. We're already in round number 15. We're just looking towards the end here of this game, unless something miraculous can happen here for PowerFinesse.
Right, something's got to change. Sandman sitting at 15-9 was 15-8 before that blunder. On that one, not able to secure that kill. So none of those 15 kills matter because everybody's going to look at that. Oh man. But yeah, this round is essentially, maybe PowerFinesse can do something. Oro was pushed up close here for the M4. Is only going to get 1. But there is a trade here. It is the form of Sandman and Brett to tap away, clearing up the remaining 3 players. Just left on to Tyler here at Party. Has not popped his party balloons just yet, but almost finds Brett. Misses that shot. It would put Brett down. He is sitting on low HP, but not able to connect. And that is Mason finding yet another kill. 16 for him. 16 for Mason. 14 for Sandman. Yeah, 16, 14. Yes. Yeah. This is kind of crazy. They're stacking it up. And once again, yeah, this is the last rifle round. Still not looking great for PowerFinesse. They don't really look like they have any executes going on their T side, although they've not really had any rounds to really showcase that in reality's sake. So we'll see what they can get done here, but they are leaning it towards B here real heavy. But actually, they kind of about face. They're making their way towards A now.
Well, we'll see about that. Right now, PowerFinesse looking towards that A site, at least going to go long. We'll see if who's going to win that fight, because there could be a fight between Mason and Fearless Beetle relatively shortly here as he hides behind little Cubby here. They're going to search the bathrooms. They're going to make sure that there's nothing stinky in there. No laggy player. I mean, it's the bathrooms, right? I mean, to be fair, those bathrooms have never been cleaner.
I mean,
right?
if you've been to a Fragadelphia lane, you got to fear the bathroom every single time you go in it, because you never know what you're going to find, right?
Yeah, to be fair, that is very true. Immediately, though, PowerFinesse, they get into all the battles in the world. They come out on top, but the damage is so deafening. Only Wolfie left on full health. They're all one-shot headshot, though, on the side of PowerFinesse. And that could come back to bite them as Wolfie finds two behind the boxes. And suddenly, Wolfie finds a third. No more bullets in his mag, but his teammates could come in, swoop this round, and swoop this 13-3 real quickly as Exalt almost made that possible. What a shot by Exalt! But he could not get the last player there. And so, Lag will win it out 13-3. Listen, your prediction was more spot on than mine. I will say that much.
Excellent job, Lag. No notes, except for Sandman. Don't do that.
And for PowerFinesse, any notes for them?
I mean, obviously they got outplayed. It looks like they were a little underprepared for the map and maybe Lag on its own. But I mean, realistically, like their T side, they didn't really have anything for them. They didn't really have the rounds or the economy behind it to really even show what they had potential to do, right? But overall, on their CT side, they also couldn't figure out what Lag was doing to really push them off the map either. So, I mean, it's just one of those things that just got outplayed.
Felt like they were getting bullied in their positions, wasn't it?
They were definitely getting bullied. Better luck next time, sort of thing. But they will be able to go back and really see on that game of what Lag was doing to them specifically, and be able to, because the other part I can tell you about all these teams is that everybody's going to go back and watch everybody's demos when they play a map, right? So someone's going to try to exploit them just in the way that Lag did. And so this way they can basically anti-strat against the next time they play Overpass. And I do hope that they play Overpass again. I do not want them, for Maestro and all those guys, like, don't feel bad about Overpass. It's one of those things. It's just so new to the map pool. You're going to get what you get. And preparation's really going to show on how much you put into it. And definitely need some more next time.
Don't get discouraged, right? I think that's the line that they need to hear right now. Don't get discouraged. You still played well, but you got outplayed, as you've been saying, right? They just weren't prepared to play the map, it seems. Now, will they be prepared to play the next team? More than likely, right? Looking back at this VOD, especially if we do see, let's say, at Cologne, if we see more Overpass over there, I think they'll be able to see some strats that they could pull out of the hat here from Cologne playoffs. Maybe if we get to see some Overpass.
Yeah, hopefully get to see some Overpass. A lot of the pro teams have kind of switched their instant bans to it, and there's no real true NA teams to make them play trains, so they're kind of safe.
Honestly, yeah, all they've got to do is watch a couple of Overpass games. I think they'll be pretty good. They looked solid on their positioning, but it's how they got pushed off of their positioning and how Lag just absolutely ran them over because they were expecting those positions, right? They never got into off positions, and the few times where they did, they were one and done, right? They immediately got headshot. The few times they surprised Lag with a position, it could not get more than one, and I think that's what this map came down to, this game in general. There were no real big double kills for PowerFinesse, right? They never really won a round convincingly. They just won a couple rounds here and there, really close ones. And then the other rounds, they just weren't necessarily close. They went for retakes that were 2v4 that they were never in to begin with for the most part. The closest round, funnily enough, was the full USPS round. That was the best round they had, in my opinion.
Yep.
That was their best
That was the
round.
most convincing round. That was their best played round that they did because they really truly played around the weaponry that which they were dealt, and Lag just straight up wasn't prepared for it. Oh yeah, I know that.
I could. Did you know?
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was a little confused on who was picking that up. So yeah,
Makes sense.
or still like good coach though. Yeah, like still like little. He's
Got some
short,
good
short
kills.
in stature, big presence in the server.
Just like me, short in stature, but big, loud, booming voice.
I mean, I can't say shit. I'm 5'6". It's okay.
I'm 5'4",
but-
all right? Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm shorter than you. There's a reason why I sat in the front of the picture, right?
Yeah.
Because
But
there
yeah,
was no way I was getting spotted in the back.
I was wondering. It's like I thought it was interesting for Aura to be in there, but like Consti obviously would be the star op. Dude, they won 13-3 without the star op on Overpass, which is a very op heavy map.
To be fair, they only had the op in 3 rounds, right?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, for sure, he would have probably gotten more impact with it. To be fair,
Right.
Oreo got plenty of impact in rounds 11 and 12. So that said, that op still rang true, but it was too little, too late by that point.
Yeah, I mean, still, Oro went 11-9.
No.
Yeah.
Did he? Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
11-9. So, actually outfragged Brett.
Okay.
Now, that doesn't really say anything. They were just mopping him up left and right. It's just Brett just didn't get to the position faster to find the kill at that point. But yeah, I mean, like, Oro's definitely not like a pushover. Just like, does a great job for Lag as a coach. And obviously stepping in like to the server is also really good too. Push comes to shove and dust off the coach for a few rounds. Obviously, Coach Buff was enabled this evening, but I think that's about it for us, Quantum.
That's about it. If you've got anything else to say it out loud. Otherwise, we're gonna head out.
But shout out to Tsunami and to King for doing production for us this evening. Our goat, as we love you so much, good sir. So we will go ahead and send you on home. Congratulations once again to Lag for their victory here and handing PowerFinesse their first loss in advance this season. But many more wins to come for both teams throughout the season here, and we look forward to seeing them again very soon.
Lift me up.